What does America mean to you? America is not only a country, it's an idea. An idea that was invented or created by immigrants as they journeyed to a new world in search of a better life. Africans, Asians, enslaved peoples, indigenous peoples, and Europeans built systems, infrastructures, and communities that make up the America we all see and know today. The America that represents the land of the brave and the home of the free. But today, in America, immigrants are under attack. A place once seen as a safe haven has become a place of violence, suffering, and injustice for so many immigrants. African Communities Together was created to protect the people, most especially African people, who still believe in the idea of America. An America that represents possibilities, second chances, growth, security, and peace. ACT is an organization of African immigrants fighting for civil rights, opportunity, and a better life for immigrant families here in the U.S. and worldwide. This is their story.
It's close to a lot of where the West African community first came into New York. There's a Presbyterian church over there that was the Ghanaian church before the Ghanaian community got their own congregation. I founded African Communities Together back in 2012 with our board of directors. And I have been working in community organizing and immigrant community organizations around the country. And I was concerned that there was not a vibrant national organization for African immigrants that was doing the same kind of work that I saw happening in other immigrant communities. So I came together with a lot of other African leaders and community supporters to create what would become African Communities Together today. There was already a vibrant community, but what we were trying to do was pull some of those pieces together and fill some of the gaps and the holes. When we first got started with African Communities Together, people who needed access to services who couldn't access them because of language or cultural barriers, people who wanted to make sure that our African communities got their fair share of our resources and had our needs met and were paid attention to by policymakers, but didn't have a vehicle to do those things in. And African Communities Together helped create that vehicle.
I'm proud to say that we are African immigrants working for African immigrants. And all the people who are working here, they are powerful people. Because at ACT, we have powerful people working. My name is Sophie Kouyaté, and I'm the Community Navigator at African Communities Together at the New York chapter. So I'm with ACT as a staff member since 2.5 years. I'm a member since 8 years now. When people ask me when you came, why did you come to the US and why not? Why we always have to explain the reason why we decide to come to the US? Why we cannot live freely wherever we want to live? This morning, I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because I receive a call from one of my, asylum seeker, and again, it was like, Sophie, I cannot continue like this. And I had to go get up and went to meet him on 112 and around Fifth Avenue and have a conversation with him for until 7:30. That's what we do. It's not only what's happening here, in the office, but we do so much outside. It's no end, but we sign up for it, right? What the people don't see, that's the most important work that we do, because that's where people need us. For African migrants, for African immigrants, they are very vulnerable, and that's why I wish that we open chapter everywhere where we have our community to help them navigate, the country and to be able to succeed. The hope I have for ACT is to have many more chapters around the country. It's so much that we need to do and for the community, because it's never going to stop.
I came to the US to continue my study, so I can have like a better future for me and my family back home. Hello, my name is Asiten Makaji. I'm from Mali, West Africa, and I'm the New York office administrator. I started working with ACT August 8, 2020. I heard about ACT through a friend. I'm on the team of Test and Trace because during COVID-19, we had this program called Test and Trace, where we go outside to provide face masks and hand sanitizer for the New Yorkers, and especially for our community, to keep them safe and give them the right resources. What I like about ACT is we have to interact with our community. We are in touch with our community.
As difficult as times may look at the moment with what's happening at the border, what's happening in New York City with recent arrivals and what's happening in different cities, the future of African immigrants in this country actually is very promising. We have some of the most brightest people, in their spheres, but it's now going to begin to translate to different forms and levels of power and influence that I believe will lead to this newer generation that is, the children of their, whether first generation, second generation, that's here and that's getting the beat of both worlds. I think that, we are moving towards a more empowered African here in this country and around the globe. We need to tap into the youth some more, bring them aboard, have them be a part of the building of this, and not just, we've built it, you should come and be a part of it, but be a part of the building process. And I think we'll be in a good place. Forward ever, backwards never.
We have the best team ever. Hey, all right.